Hello everyone, it is Susan here and welcome to my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery weekly video. So today I am sewing in my April and May block together. And that's just kind of how I do it. I sew two blocks together onto the page at once. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. And yeah, so I did just a few stitches so far. I do have it all pinned, and I figure, well, I wasn't sure if I was going to record all of this or just some of it. So we'll work on this for just a little bit, and I'll explain how I put this together. So like I said, I have my April page right here, and this is my May, and I do have everything pinned down. So my pages are linen napkin. So my page is in between the two blocks that I'm sewing right now. So what I'm able to do, because this white laces up here, I am able to come underneath that, and all I'm doing is going through, and I'm making sure I go through enough, but not to where you can actually see it on this previous block. Because one of the things about doing the journals the way that I'm doing it, the only thing that I think I run into an issue is the fact that oftentimes, if not every time, it's like one page would be very white and the other page I'm sewing would not be white. So it's kind of like you have to pick and choose what kind of thread you're going to use. And yeah. So what I do try to do is, wait, let me think here. So now I need to go down this side right here. And what I'm really thinking that I might do is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through this right here. Let me get the needle onto the back of this block. So now, so here is the page. You can see it, it's frayed, right? This is the actual linen napkin. That's the page. And so now I have to sew all of this together. So what I think I'm going to do is, I kind of find that if I just kind of start, it kind of somehow works out. I know I'm using the word kind of a lot there, but it just kind of does. So I am going through up to, the other side of this eyelet trim right here. But again, when I'm going through underneath, what I'm doing is I'm trying to go through the linen napkin and just enough of the underneath block just to catch it enough to where it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so I'm just finishing up, and we just need to sew this top corner, and these 2 blocks are then on. I'll pull out my journal and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so let me knot this off. And it is done. All right. And I figured out what I'm going to do with my last few pages, because I am putting my my sampler pages. Let me zoom back out. I am putting my sampler pages in the back of this journal, where I think most people are putting it in the front. But let me show you. Okay, so this, okay, I don't even know where to begin. Okay, I guess I'll start at the beginning. And I feel like I do this every video, but I think it it helps. Let me move my camera up a little bit. All right. So fabric cover, I'm not doing a hard cover, right? So this is obviously my cover page, which I have sewn in with, this is my January page. February is sewn in with March. Now April is sewn in with May. Now what I'm going to do is, I know what I'm going to do. So like, oh, I have paint on my finger. I know what I'm going to do, and that is, once I have all the pages done with the blocks on them, I am going to sew down the middle right through the fabric onto the spine. So I know I'm going to do that. This little thing I have to sew down a little because every time I turn the page, he moves. All right, I know this isn't in here straight, but okay. So now we are, okay, so April, May, June will go here, which is our last page, right? Our last block, and this is the block that I use to sew it on right here, and then it will get sewn in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out for a minute. So I have another page here, right? But I have too many pages. So what I'm going to do is these two, I'm going to actually sew these together so this becomes one page like this. So I'm actually sewing this block, this page onto the next. I hope that made sense. So then what will happen is, and I know these are going to be out of order, but I'm doing that because I do have the names of the stitches sewn onto the side. So that will go there, and I have three blocks for my sampler pages. That one will go there, and then this is the very last page. And I do have the names of the stitches on the wrong side, so I'm gonna figure that out. Like, will I take them off and put them onto the other side? I don't know. But at least I figured all this out. And then again, what will happen is that these, like in the middle of the pages, it'll be sewn down onto right through my cover. And then depending on how neat I can do it, like if it looks neat, I will just let it be, right? Like if I'll have 2 or 3, well, I don't know what to call it. Well, it's where I'm sewing the signatures in, right? And you're going to see the thread on this side 2 or 3 different times. And if it looks neat, like I'll have to pick a color that will look good on the outside here. Like I don't think white would, but maybe, you know, a different color, like an orangey-ish color, or even green would be nice. And if it looks neat on the outside of the spine, I'm going to let it be. If it looks messy, what I'll do is I'll take a nice wide piece of lace and I'll sew it over the spine. So it goes a little bit on the front and a little bit on the back of the journal. You know, I want to do it to where I sew it neatly enough, like I sew the signatures in neatly enough, because I don't want to have the lace there. I really don't. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't really want to. So, yeah. So there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys all know, like the thread is everywhere. The thread is everywhere. And you can see, so this is how it'll look closed, and it has the eyelet trim coming out. And yeah, it's just, and it's actually a little chunky. I mean, like, look at that. That's a good inch and a half. So it's a little chunky, more than I thought it was going to be. So I'm super excited, and now May is done. And so today that you're watching this video, Rachel and Sarah, will be announcing the June prompts. So I'll get sewing the June block, and then starting in July where they're going to do 2 blocks a month. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll give it a try. I don't know. I may not be able to. I don't know. I can't even imagine it at the moment, but I'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that will be another journal, and it is either Christmas and or winter themed. So I'm excited. I love it. I mean, I look at this, and I mean, I know the kind of work that I do is like not super neat, but I like that look. To me, this, you know, looks homemade, handmade. So anyway, okay, so that is it for today. And I will see you next Wednesday, where we will pick out the fabrics and all the fun little doodads for the June block. Thank you for being here, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.